an issue that Canadians take seriously, and so do we.
The Honourable Member for Edmonton Strathcona.
Mr. Speaker, that clearly shows that this Prime Minister does not understand how much this is damaging our democracy. Media reports came out today confirming that Canada is a high-priority country for foreign interference from the Chinese government. MPs, their families, and even their staff are being targets of incentives and punishments, Mr. Speaker. Canadians deserve transparency, and this government has refused to call a fully public inquiry every step of the way. Why does the government fail to bring forward the one thing that will restore trust in our democracy?
Right, Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, from the broad range of experts who've looked into this, there are multiple opinions on whether an open public inquiry is actually the best tool to restore confidence in Canadians. That's why we tasked an independent expert and our former Governor General David Johnston to look at all the tools we have to counter foreign interference, to look at the concerns that Canadians have, and to choose the best path forward. If he chooses a public inquiry, we will absolutely move forward with a public inquiry. We will take the right tools necessary to restore Canadians' confidence.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister has to answer these questions. He's known now for 2 years that the family of a Member of Parliament was threatened for harassment and other penalties because of how he voted on human rights in the House of Commons. For 2 years, the Prime Minister did nothing to protect the family or to punish the Canadian-based Beijing diplomat who orchestrated the entire attack against that family. Can the Prime Minister confirm if the responsible diplomat from Beijing will be expelled by the end of business day today?
The Honourable Minister for Public Safety.
Speaker, I want to assure every member in this chamber that we take
The Honourable Minister for Public Safety.
Mr. Speaker, I assure every member in this chamber that we take the reports that have surfaced recently very seriously. In fact, I reached out directly to the member for Wellington Halton Hills to share my concerns. I told him that I have instructed CISA to provide him with an update, but this government will continue to take concrete actions to combat foreign interference, including the $49 million that we have allocated in Budget 2023 to protect all Canadians from foreign interference. Mr. Speaker, this is not a partisan issue. We should do this work together to protect all parliamentarians.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, it's time for the Prime Minister to stand up and do his job. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up for once.
I just want to remind the Honourable Order. I want to remind the Honourable Members to speak through the Speaker and not directly to each other. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Will the Prime Minister finally stand up for this country and its people against a foreign dictatorship that has been interfering in our land for far too long? Yes or no?
Honourable Minister of Public Safety.
Mr. Speaker, over the heckles of the Conservatives on the other side of the aisle, this Prime Minister and our government has been standing up doing the relentless, tireless work of defense.
Okay. Order. This is not a good start to a Monday, and it started off fairly well. I just want to... Okay, wait a minute. When you start heckling the Speaker, there's a problem there. So, are we going to play nice, or do we start getting tough? I'll let the Honourable Minister for Public Safety start again, and I want to remind the Honourable Members how we're going to scramble things or maybe eliminate a few questions as well. The Honourable Minister.